esteemed stakeholders of the tourism industry.
Mr. Kamada, Japanese always sounds like Shona.
Launch of Zimbabwe Pavilion website for Expo 2025 Osaka. This website is an exciting milestone in the journey of introducing Zimbabwe's social, cultural, and vast economic opportunities. We anticipate that this development will generate interest and translate into fruitful partnership that are mutually rewarding to Zimbabwe and Japan. Let me take this opportunity to highlight that it is crucial to appreciate the potential of tourism sector in fostering sustainable development in Zimbabwe. Japan is ready to welcome and host all visitors, offering opportunities for fun, learning, and new discoveries. The Expo calendar of events has many activities lined up. This will help Expo goers to plan and get the most of the Expo 2025 experience. Ladies and gentlemen, on this special occasion, I'd like to extend my congratulations to the winners of the mobile application and website application competitions for the Zimbabwe Pavilion. In this digital era, it is truly inspiring to witness the younger generation leveraging technology to showcase their exceptional talent to a global audience. Participating in the competition and emerging victorious is a testament to their skill and creativity. We admire and commend their achievement, and we look forward to seeing their work come to life at the Expo. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the government of Zimbabwe, the tourism sector, and all the stakeholders who have worked tirelessly to ensure that the engagement and launch are success. Your dedication and enthusiasm reflect the warm and resilient Zimbabwean spirit. I look forward to seeing the Zimbabwe Pavilion flourish at Expo 2025, and I urge you to make maximum use of this platform to present your beautiful country to the world. I would like to conclude my remarks with my pledge that Japan confirms to work for further development of bilateral relations between our countries. Talenda Shabonga, I thank you.
Our guests of honor, our commissioner for the Zimbabwe Pavilion, Mr. Majuru, Deputy Head of Mission, Mr. Kamugai. Japanese always sounds like Shona. There's so much in terms of how the word sound and everything. So, for instance, Watashi wa Clive Ambassador. That means my name is Clive. It's really sounds like our local language. Allow me to ride on protocols already observed. Expo 2025 is coming at a time when, as an industry, we are working flat out and are looking forward to continue to grow as a sector, because we believe we are a vital pillar for the Zimbabwean economy. Globally, statistics say that 1 in every 10 people are employed in the tourism industry. And yes, back the Deputy Head of Mission, I had the pleasure of working in the Victoria Falls, which is our prime tourism destination, which we refer to as our tourism capital. And around about 2005 and 2006, I can attest to the significance and importance of the Japanese travel market. In Victoria Falls then, and I'm sure up to today, we are familiar with the fact that when Japanese travel, they hardly travel as individuals. They have got this unique travel pattern where they come in 10s, in 20s, in 30s and 40s, or even 50s. And I can speak of a story of a general manager in Victoria Falls whose focus on the Japanese market was beyond measure. And at the time of taking over a specific hotel, which I shall not mention, the hotel was a laggard in one of our hotel groups, but he turned it around courtesy of the Japanese market. I still remember a supplier from Japan who is based in South Africa called Takashi, who used to bring groups to that specific hotel. So when we talk tourism and OSAKA 2025, I'm not sure whether I should say we are preaching to the converted. I'm not too sure whether I should say we understand and believe in the potential of the Japanese travel market. We are aware that from a travel point of view, Japanese are actually in the top 10 travelers globally. So that's quite significant. And we, as a nation, should really take this opportunity to find ways of maximizing our participation as a country, maximizing benefits from our participation as a country from Expo 2025. We did have a meeting with Commissioner Majuru earlier on in the month of February, when this particular event was mooted. We gave feedback in relation to our experience with the just ended Expo, which happened in the UAE. We gave feedback in relation to the fact that we needed to find ways and means of ensuring that, because of the uniqueness of our sector, there will be ways and means of ensuring that beyond the Expo, we find ways of working together, maybe through roadshows during the Expo, maximizing on the week that Zimbabwe will be exhibiting. And stakeholders here, I'm sure, will help us to push that particular agenda forward. So we are cognizant, Commissioner, of your desire. You specifically use the word the return on investment, that there should be a return on investment on our participation in Expo 2025. And I'd want to believe that the industry would want to see that happening. We just don't want to participate for the sake of participating. We have got our work cut out for us, and I'm sure we'll be working together to ensure that happens. Having said that, I wish the organizing committee all the best, and us as private sector would want to work with the organizing committee to ensure a successful Expo 2025. I thank you.
I think the MC has done a very good job in recognizing protocol. I've learned a couple of things in tourism, and I've learned that this is the only sector where the accountants allow for double counting. Our view is that there is visit, there is trade, there is investment. So people first visit, and with our culture of our home, they will like Zimbabwe. After that, we trade. Currently, I think we have resumed trade in petalite, in sesame, just to mention a few, and some coffee. And later on, we would want them to then invest So it's a sequencing of events. Some might just come to invest, some to trade, but I think the expo is going to give us a platform for us to move forward. This is what the World Expo is going to look like. It's not a trade mission per se, but it's an expo where we have just more than a trade fair or a pavilion. Also, a place for networking and collaboration. You know, every time I go to my peers and I tell him about OSAKA, him and the minister say, what value are we going to get? That's why, Mr. President, I had to tell you that return on investment, because the peers, he was very specific that I'm going to calculate the money that I'm putting, and I'm going to calculate that which you're going to come back with. But peers, I want to take this opportunity to also tell you that sometimes it's not about the money, it's about learning. The students say they will learn, but I can't put a dollar value. But the good thing is they have learned. So there might be more learning than the low value dollar value. So I want you to understand so that I keep my job after OSAKA. So also, cultural exchange is quite key. I think the Deputy Ambassador can attest that culture is a very key thing in Japan. Even on the National Day, we've got 40 minutes to showcase our culture. Normally it will be 10 minutes etc. But culture is a quite key, and we are very rich in our culture, and it's something that we share. So this is the expo starting on 13 April. I think we've literally just a month left for it to start to 13 October. And just to be clear, I'm not going to be there for 6 months. I think, again, my peers and my minister were very clear that if you stay there, just leave and go. So I still want my job. I'll just go for like 1 week and come back. And the expo theme is designing future stories for our lives. And the venue is in Osaka, Kansai. And our theme for Zimbabwe is Beyond the Limits. This is just talking to how we've managed to survive things like climate change, things like COVID, and we are still here and moving forward. Some of the planned activities, I'll get into greater detail. We've got a National Day on the 1st, and also a Zimbabwe Pavilion, which is going to be selling goods and also giving souvenirs. We also have got private engagement sessions that are going to be happening, and also business forums, and also focus on technology and experience. Just to talk to themes so that you know what other themes are like. You see Luxembourg as Doki. There's a theme, I think it's him to love France. So ours, I think, compares well when you look at the others. Why you need to go at the expo? This is just the business side of it, the numbers. But it's our duty to turn these visits into the dollar value that they want. So we expect 20 million visitors to come through, and at the pavilion we're expecting 3 million to come through. And it's not only about Japan. As much as Japan is the host, we're also going to be having 150 countries and international organizations also participating at the same. So the opportunities are very immense. We have developed a multi-stakeholder approach where we are involving both public and private sector. As you can see, it's just listing all the people involved in this, and it can also be seen by the people who have come. CZRS, NCC, the Tourism Business Council, and even government is able present, and we also develop subcommittees to assist us to run the business. These are some of our objectives, and as I said, tourism, investment, and trade. But most importantly, our brand. What is Zimbabwe known for? So it's something that we're going to be looking at. We just put numbers so that when I come back, I'm held accountable by my principals. How we are going to measure them is a story for another day. But we put numbers there. So just to also give you an example, there are going to be theme weeks at the expo. Cultural for co-creating. This presentation is going to be circulated to everyone who has left his email address. So don't worry about writing anything. The Mobility Week, Health and Wellbeing Week, Necessities of Life, etc. But one thing we learned, especially when we had the discussion with the Tourism Business Council, the need for us to be properly planned, so that when we attend these events, we know what we want to achieve, we know the target people we want to engage, and we know what we need to come back with. So just waking up and deciding to go to this event, it might be very tricky. And also, I think one key thing that I've learned, understanding the Japanese culture is very, very important, especially business etiquette. I've learned that if you go there with a plan of making a workshop from 8 to 4, you might end up by yourself after 1 hour. They want things that are short, specific, and precise to the point. So we have to push more the engagement on the business side than the talking. So we have to have an appreciation of those, and they are very cautious of issues to do with time, etc. So we also have to do the same. This is a continuation. I had some people, PS, if you can look, when you want to measure me, there's the learning and playing week. So I cannot put a dollar value to that one, but it's a week that we have to participate in. I will be playing for others, and whilst others will be learning. But also with issues to do with biodiversity and SDGs, just to mention a few. This is just a detail. I'm not getting into detail. It's just a theme structure detail that is there. I think you then read it when we circulate. And also, what the organizers have also said that they are going to, apart from the pavilion and the commercial space, they are going to offer a tourism booth for free that we'll have to apply for. So again, you are going to be guided by yourselves in terms of whether you want to use this, and if you want to use it, we need the content etc. for this to be used at the venue. So this is just a map showing us our Commons B pavilion where we will be. Here is where our pavilion is, Zimbabwe, and this is the entrance. So I think in terms of positioning, we are quite strategic. The second place that I was talking about is here. So this is the stage where things are going to be happening, people coming in, and we place ourselves here. So we spend more time working on positioning because it's quite key when it comes to this event. I know, President, I don't know if I'm lying. I was told one day by some of your guys that it's better for your stand to be near the toilet because everyone will go there. So they will definitely see you. Whether you're doing good or bad, they will definitely see you. But here we ran away from the toilets, we went to the outlets and inlets of the pavilion. So we had a long discussion with our counterparts in terms of the pavilion we wanted. I'm not going to talk about history. I think it's best to focus on what we agreed on and where we are going. So we agreed on this aspect. So what is going to happen is, let me go. So we are going to have a semi-massive screen where both sides are going to be 4 meters long and the front is going to be 3.5 meters high. You know, the dimensions are there. If you can see, actually it's 4.5. These are the screens, and it's going to be 3.5. So at least about 7 or 8 people can fit into the screen, and this is going to be 3D, not 2D. So as we speak, we are busy collecting content for 3D, and we've got 2 teams scouting around the country, and this is going to be continuous as we move. So we expect this to be interactive. We want people to experience Osaka. So to experience Zimbabwe whilst in Osaka. That's the whole idea. And the only way we can do it, since the space is very small, because the stand is about 53 square meters if I'm not mistaken. So going digital is the only way to go. We've even put interactive screens for people to search, trade and investment and via assets again. So let's say somebody goes to the screen and then they want to visit Victoria Falls. We are currently working on packages so that people can easily, quickly enter and even get a package and come to visit Victoria Falls. We're doing this I'm trying to be clever, but to be honest with you, it's the Tourism Business Council that told us that is required. So it's good to cooperate with the private sector. We learn a lot of things, Mr. President. So we are working on the same, and among other things, even in investment and tourism. This is just going to be the selling space that we are going to, it's going to be edited a little bit, but it's going to be 15 square meters commercial space. So opportunities that are there. I think supply of products and services, supply of exhibition and commercial products. So what we're doing is we've received a lot of products from the private sector, especially SMEs, that will sell on their behalf, and then we give them their money back. So it's possible to also do that. And a day before the National Day on the 16th or the 15th, we're going to be holding a key event, especially targeting tourism. We did it because I think we have to be considerate of the costs involved for people to travel to Japan. So we want to make sure that week we maximize it, because there are going to be a lot of dignitaries that are coming through. And these are sponsorship opportunities. We just don't want money. The content is a good sponsorship submission. I know people in the tourism sector, you've got good content that you can share with us, both 2D and 3D, and also side events that you can partner with us, create content creation, and also construction of pavilion commercial space. But I think that one we've already done. What do we expect? I think it's just a rundown of some of the issues that I've highlighted. I'm not going to go into detail on that. And thank you very much. Arigato gozaimasu. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you all. It is my distinguished honor to be part of this auspicious gathering as we put final touches to our preparations to ensure the effective participation of the Republic of Zimbabwe at Expo 2025 Osaka. The theme, which is displayed there, the Zimbabwe theme, which is Zimbabwe Beyond the Limits. I think Mr. Majuru tried to explain what it means, but maybe we can also say that we are looking at our size, geographically and economically, and if you look at the logo there, you can see that the bottom part is carrying a very heavy weight, and it's doing so without staggering. So we can surprise ourselves even at times. This event marks a significant milestone for Zimbabwe, offering us the opportunity to engage with the world and deepen our economic ties. As the ministry mandated to ensure that Zimbabwe has competitive advantage in terms of trade, we view Expo 2025 as a golden opportunity to achieve this goal through our engagement, re-engagement, and reaffirmation agenda aimed at expanding our global partnerships and diplomatic tentacles. Expo 2025 Osaka is a strategic platform where countries gather to exchange ideas on socio-economic development. I'm sure you followed the presentation that was done by Mr. Majuru, to foster business connections and to promote the exchange of goods and services for mutually beneficial, sustainable growth. Zimbabwe's participation in this expo is an opportunity to present to the world our country's vast economic potential, showcasing opportunities for partnerships in key sectors such as tourism, as has been ably demonstrated here by both the Secretary for Tourism and Hospitality Industry and by the President of Zimbabwe Business Tourism Council. Agriculture, mining, manufacturing. It also presents a golden chance for us to demonstrate the ease of demonstrate our ongoing efforts to improve the ease of doing business as we create a more conducive environment for investment, trade, and entrepreneurship, taking on board the inputs and feedback of our esteemed clients. So whatever feedback we'll get, I think it will help enrich us, both the private sector and the government, as we craft our policies going forward. Our participation in this expo underscores our commitment to becoming a key player on the global stage as we continue to foster a business-friendly environment, implement reforms, and position Zimbabwe as a destination of choice for international investment, trade, and tourism. I encourage you all to recognize the importance of this expo for Zimbabwe's future. The Zimbabwe is open for business mantra signals a nation ready to engage the global community, fostering robust economic partnerships and establishing itself as a competitive hub for commerce, innovation, and trade. As we move closer to the official opening of the Expo 2025 Osaka on 12th April 2025, the government of the Republic of Zimbabwe remains committed to ensuring a well-coordinated, dynamic, and impactful presence at the Expo. Today marks a significant milestone and a key step in our preparations towards the realization of this goal as we launch the website and the mobile application, thereby reinforcing accessibility, inclusivity, and engagement with both local and international stakeholders. In this digital era, and Mr. Majuro was trying to demonstrate how modern the presentation will be, connectivity and real-time interactive communication are vital for successful global outreach. The mobile application and website we unveil today will serve as primary information hubs, offering visitors and stakeholders seamless access to updates, events, and investment opportunities related to Zimbabwe's participation at Expo 2025 Osaka. These platforms will enhance visibility and enable interactive engagement with potential investors, tourists, and business partners worldwide. They should equally enhance the efforts to integrate Zimbabwe into the global economic community by presenting the country as a reliable, stable, and innovative partner on the international stage. Tourism remains one of Zimbabwe's key economic drivers, contributing significantly to job creation and GDP growth, has already been alluded to by previous speakers. Through Expo 2025 Osaka, we'll showcase our unique tourism offerings and also position Zimbabwe as a must-visit destination for international travelers. Our rich cultural heritage, breathtaking landscapes, and world-renowned attractions such as the Moso Atunya, the majestic Victoria Falls, Great Zimbabwe, and the Hwange National Park, only to mention a few, make our country a competitive player in global tourism. Osaka 2025 provides an opportunity to highlight Zimbabwe's commitment to sustainable tourism development and high potential for strategic partnerships within the sector. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Trade is mandated to promote and protect Zimbabwe's national interests on the international stage. Our strategic plan is centered on fostering economic diplomacy, strengthening international partnerships, and enhancing trade and investment opportunities. The launch of this digital platform aligns perfectly with these objectives, as it facilitates greater international engagement and showcases Zimbabwe as a competitive and attractive destination for trade and investment. By leveraging technology, we are strengthening Zimbabwe's global presence and advancing our national economic development agenda. Today's tourism engagement and media launch is a key step in ensuring that Zimbabwe's story is told powerfully and accurately. The role of the media in amplifying our message, both locally and internationally, is critical to building awareness and excitement ahead of the country's participation at Expo 2025 Osaka. Tonight, we also take a moment to honor and celebrate the remarkable efforts of individuals who developed the website and mobile application we are about to launch, which will contribute immensely to the successful marketing of our endowments. The winners we recognize today have demonstrated creativity, dedication, and innovation, which are essential elements of Zimbabwe's vision for economic transformation and global competitiveness. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all award recipients. Your achievements reflect Zimbabwe's potential and commitment to excellence. It is my honor and privilege to also extend my gratitude to all stakeholders who have played a role in bringing this project to fruition. The Expo 2025 Osaka Secretariat, the Minister of Tourism and Hospitality Industry, the Minister of ICT, Postal and Courier Services, the Minister of Information, Publicity and Broadcasting Services, the Zimbabwe Investment and Development Agency, the Zimbabwe Tourism Authority, Zimtrade, and the private sector partners. Your unwavering support and collaboration have been instrumental in ensuring the successful launch of these digital platforms. In conclusion, may I take this opportunity to encourage all of us to go and market these platforms to both our local and international stakeholders. Through these efforts, we are optimistic that we will succeed in showcasing Zimbabwe as a land of boundless opportunities now, during, and after Expo 2025 Osaka. We convey our heartfelt thanks to the government of Japan for hosting Expo 2025 Osaka. I just say that I also had the privilege of studying in Japan at some point at the United Nations University, so I can appreciate and relate to what Japan can offer, and I appreciate that. With these remarks, I officially launched the Zimbabwean Expo 2025 Osaka mobile application and website. Tatenda, Ngabonga. I thank you, Nomargato.
They are receiving $2,000. As they are coming up, may I just say thank you to Portrait, who have sponsored the prize money, members of the National Coordinating Committee and the various subcommittees that have assisted throughout the planning process. Thank you very much, Portrait. Let's give Portrait a round of applause and the HEAT team too as they get their awards. They're looking very smart. As they say, the youth are the future leaders of tomorrow. I guess this is their lecturer, right? Am I correct? Dean, oh wow, okay. Finally, a beautiful woman is on stage. Let's give her a round of applause. Smiles of winners. Another round of applause for the young men. There you go. Mobile application winner. I think this one needs to tell us how you did it. Philmon Chiro, congratulations, $2,000. Going to Fulmon Chiro. This young man, excellent. He is looking dapper. Can you see? Prepared for the world. He will conquer. Expo 2025. Well done, Fulmon. A round of applause. Let's see the smile, Fulmon. He's not smiling, he's not happy. Oh, there you go. Super. Wonderful. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. You may take your seat. Gentlemen, thank you very much. You may be seated.
Please allow me to write on the protocol already stated, and let me go straight into vote of thanks. As we conclude today's event, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all stakeholders who are here present for your active participation and invaluable contributions. There were no questions. Your presence underscores our collective commitment to ensuring Zimbabwe's successful participation at the Expo 2025 Osaka. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to all esteemed speakers and the guests, the Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, our guest of honor, Mr. Chimbindi, the Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Tourism and Hospitality Industry, Dr. Takamunyanyiwa, the international trade, the mission of the international trade, Mr. Hiroyuki Kumagai, deputy head of the mission at the Embassy of Japan, and Clive Chinoda, the president of the Tourism Business Council of Zimbabwe. Your insightful contribution have been instrumental. I also wish to acknowledge Mr. Alan T. Majuru, the Commissioner General, for his efforts in organizing this successful event. A special congratulations to the talented youth from the Harare Institute of Technology HIT team and for winning the design competition for the Zimbabwe Pavilion website, and also Fulmon Chiro for winning the application, the mobile application. Your innovation and creativity not only showcase your skills but also enhance the HIT brand as a center of excellence and technological advancement. These achievements highlight the immense potential of your youth and the critical importance of nurturing talent for national development. Expo 2025 Osaka represents a global platform to showcase Zimbabwe's tourism offerings, attract international visitors, and forge partnerships that will drive the economic growth. By participating, the tourism sector can position Zimbabwe as a premier destination, unlock new opportunities, and contribute to the job creation and the revenue generation. The launch of the Zimbabwe Pavilion website and the mobile app marks a significant step in our preparations. I encourage the private sector in tourism to actively engage with the Ministry and the ZTA in our participation at the Expo 2025 Osaka. The ZTA has developed a package template to assist in your preparations, which is accessible on the newly unveiled website and mobile app, as well as on the ZTA website. For further information or to express your interest in participating at the Expo, please reach out to the ZTA or the Tourism Business Council of the Zimbabwe. Let us maintain this momentum and collaborate to position Zimbabwe as a world-class tourism and investment destination. I thank you. Tatenda, Siabonga, Arigato, Kazamasu.